is Stormez, Tony McCoy at 11-2, Mr. 1 and 9-1 shot. 5 Emperor Ross at 6s. 6 Darts Till You Drop, Christian Williams at 10-1. 7 No More Hassle, Anthony Ross at 20-1. 8 Dear Deal, Andy Thornton, okay after a first race fall, 16-1. 9 Ashgar, Paul Flynn at 12s. The favourite 9-2, General Claremont, Ruby Walsh. 11 Ardent Scout, Seamus Durack at 14-1. 12 The Grey Cherokee Boy, Roddy Green at 33-1. 13 Lisdante, Warren Marston at 7-1. 14-1 number 14 Suspended, Jimmy McCarthy. 15 Waterfont, Liam Cooper 25-1. And 16 Yorkshire Edition, Bobby McNally claims £3 at 25-1. And hear that roar, incredible, isn't it? So 4 miles in front of them, the Britannia Building Society English Summer National, setting off over 24 fences. Lisdante on the orange jacket, passed now by Ardent Scout as they head off down the back straight. Ardent Scout the leader. Ashgar's well up with a gallop with Mr. 1 and Darts Till You Drop. Lisdante taking it in 5th place. Dear Deal is next. A slight mistake at the back of the field by Suspended. Cherokee Boy coming up on the outside to take a prominent position, and we lost one at that first fence. Try and pick him out for you. They're just obscured. I think it was Darts Till You Drop whose jockey's gone. Darts Till You Drop out at the first fence as Ashgar continues to lead them. Paul Flynn, Ardent Scout racing in 2nd, and Lisdante and Mr. 1. Dear Deal, Cherokee Boy, and then dashing up the inside there, Suspended. Emperor Ross with slight error by Waterfont at the back of the field. Stormez, the blue and green sleeves, white cap on the outside of General Claremont. Ruby Walsh's mount held up at the back of the field. They've jumped the 3 fences so far. Just the 1 casualty. Darts Till You Drop. If I could see him, I'd give you a check on how Christian Williams is, but he's obscured at the moment as they go over the 4th fence. So Ashgar out in the lead, steadies as he took that by jockey Paul Flynn. On the inside, coming through there is Lisdante. Between horses, Mr. 1 and Ardent Scout. Cherokee Boy, Dear Deal next. And then Emperor Ross, the blue and red on the inside of Dear Deal, followed by Yorkshire Edition on his outside. No More Hassle stalking them as they race round towards the 4 fences in the home run. Stormez, General Claremont, and then out towards the back, Waterfont and Suspended on the right of your picture in the blue and red stripes. All okay over that. And now they come to their first serious jumping test. There's only one open ditch here. No more water jumps here these days at Uttoxeter. So a load of plain fences and 1 open ditch. Here they come over it okay. Just pushed along towards the back. Waterfont is running a bit in snatches. The 7th fence coming up to them now. Ashgar, Lisdante, and Mr. 1. Ashgar in the black and yellow check, just in front of Mr. 1 and Lisdante. And then behind these, Ardent Scout in the lilac coloured sleeves. Emperor Ross taking the shortest route round on the inside of Dear Deal. Yorkshire Edition, the sheepskin noseband nearest to us in the turquoise cap, followed by General Claremont, his stable companion. And then on the inside of the course, getting a bit closer, Suspended. 2 circuits to go. Jimmy, got some news on that stewards' inquiry at Donny?
Yes, as Derek forecasts, placings remain unaltered. Placings remain unaltered, Mike.
Okay, Jim setting out on their 2nd circuit then, on towards fence number 9. They're led there by Ashgar in this Britannia Building Society English Summer National. Still handy is Mr. 1, the top weight, who touches down together with Lisdante. And then behind them, Ardent Scout, Emperor Ross, the novice from Nicky Richards' yard, travels well this early part of the race. And then Yorkshire Edition on the outside of these. Dear Deal in the yellow cap is followed by No More Hassle. And then on the inside is Suspended as they go over the 2nd down the far side. Suspended was followed then by Waterfont, General Claremont, Stormez out the back, and Cherokee Boy the Grey, the one that's struggling out of picture at this stage as they head on up towards fence number 11 of the 24. Ashgar got in tight at that, but got away with it okay, and Stormez made an error at that too. Don't forget Stormez, the youngest horse in the race, only his 4th start over fences. They're climbing the hill again. Now they can get a breather as they head off down the hill towards the last fence down the back straight. Fence number 12, Ashgar and Lisdante come at it together. Lisdante, mighty leap in 2nd place. Emperor Ross is going well, the inside of the course. The outside is Mr. 1. Yorkshire Edition is in 5th place, and he's followed on the turn as they take that by Dear Deal Suspended much closer now on the inside of Dear Deal, followed there by No More Hassle. John Akehurst looking for an interesting big race double following the success of the Yard and the Woking at Royal Ascot last week. Stormez in the David Johnson colours, still waiting at the back. General Claremont under a patient ride from Ruby Walsh. There's a reminder there for Waterfont, who tends to run in snatches a bit, and further reminders from Rodney Green on Cherokee Boy. So down they come again to the open ditch, and a huge leap by the leader. Oh, Emperor Ross has gone and has brought down, almost brought down Dear Deal. Has he recovered? He has. Terrific effort by Andy Thornton. So Emperor Ross has gone at that open ditch as they head towards the last fence in the, or penultimate fence in the home straight. SPs to confirm as Cherokee Boy blundered his way over that. General Claremont has gone off the 9-2 favourite. Stormez 11-2. They're both still very much in contention. They're taking that 16th fence then of the 24. And Ashgar out in front, the 6-year-old, running a blinder. He's 4 or 5 lengths clear. Mr. One, Listante, Yorkshire Edition next, Ardent Scout. The crowd give them a great roar. General Claremont and Stormez get closer. Suspended next, Waterfont, being given reminders. Dear Deal, who's dropped out a few places, not surprisingly following that interference. And then No More Hassle and Cherokee Boy, the only survivors. And then they're trailed by the loose horses. Just checking to see, by the way, that there's no problem at all with Brian Harding. He's walking back, which is good news. First fence down the back, a blunder by both Ashgar and also by Mr. One, and also Dear Deal not too clever at that either. He's getting a bit weary now. Heading up the hill again towards the 18th fence. Here it comes now, Ashgar, Yorkshire Edition and Listante. Ashgar passed in the air there. Mr. One is in 4th place. And then Stormez, who's creeping closer all the time under a very patient ride from AP, followed by Ruby Walsh, who's showing just as much coolness on board General Claremont the Grey. Bit of a gap then to Ardent Scout as they go over the next. Much better jump by Stormez there. He leapt into contention with that, and the others appear well out of it. So as they race up the hill, over the brow, and down towards the last fence on the far side of the course. Fence number 20, Yorkshire Edition coming there very strongly under Bobby McNally to challenge Ashgar and Paul Flynn. Oh, and pulled up there, Listante, pulled up before the 5th from home. Looks as though he might be a bit sore. Yorkshire Edition has taken over. They look at Stormez, storming them in 3rd place. General Claremont is 4th. Ardent Scout, Seamus Durack staying on. He's in 5th, and these 5 beginning to open up a bit of a gap on the others, who are headed by Mr. One, who's run his race the top weight. As they race round towards the home straight then, with 4 fences left to go here. And it's Ashgar and Yorkshire Edition with Stormez and General Claremont behind them. Ardent Scout not out of it either, 4 from home. And now they're really kicking in the stamina down towards the last open ditch. 3 from home in the Britannia Building Society Summer National. Stormez is full of running, but General Claremont right behind him. Yorkshire Edition being driven. Ashgar looks weary, and a slight error there by Yorkshire Edition. Look at Ardent Scout staying on, but a mighty roar as Tony McCoy strikes the front on Stormez. They come on down towards the 2nd from home. General Claremont is now being popped a few questions. Ardent Scout, he'll stick on it all day. He's disputing 2nd, but Stormez is in front. 1 more fence to go here, and then on General outside, General Claremont with Ardent Scout. These 3 locked together at the end of the best part of 4 miles. How do they jump the last? They're together at it. General Claremont, the narrow advantage, but Stormez here finding more on the run-in. It's Tony McCoy and Ruby Walsh with Ardent Scout back in 2nd, 3rd place, and it's on the near side, Stormez, who storms home by a neck from General Claremont. A terrific finish. Ardent Scout was next, and then came gallant Ashgar, who fed into 4th. Mr. One was 5th. Yorkshire Edition was 6th, and then the only 2 to compete behind them, Dear Deal, who will pass the line in a few moments' time from No More Hassle. So Stormez, the 11-2 winner. A terrific ride as usual, terrific finish with Tony McCoy and Ruby Walsh seen at their strongest. General Claremont a gallant 2nd, 3rd home Ardent Scout, and Ashgar back in 4th. So Stormez won at 11-2. 2nd was number 10, General Claremont, the 9-2 favourite, and 3rd number 11 Ardent Scout at 20.